on. Every single day when you wake up, you got two options. You can look at the clock and hit the snooze. You can look at that snooze button, boom. You can hit the snooze button and go back to bed and dream about what you want to have. Or you can look at that snooze button, kick that clock and get up and go pursue your dreams.
And the problem with some of y'all is you want somebody else to support your dream. It's yours. I don't owe you a dime. It's your dream. If you want it to happen, get your butt up and make it happen. If you want it to happen, rise and grind. If you want it to happen, you're going to have to do what I do, and that's get up at 3 o'clock in the morning. And you're going to have to act like you got all the energy in the world. Why? Because this is my time. This is my moment. Tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow. Ain't no such thing as tomorrow. We only got today.
Greatness will cost you something. It's going to cost you some time. It's going to cost you some energy. It's going to cost you some sacrifice. It's going to cost you some resources. It's going to cost you some hours of your life laying down, paying the price, going the extra mile, doing what other people are not willing to do. Greatness is not cheap. Greatness always costs more. That's why there's not many people who achieve greatness. They're not willing to pay the price.
That's the kind of attitude you need. That's the attitude of a
What's up, Ashley?
Is I will do whatever it takes.
Every decision you make, the decisions you make on Monday, the decisions you make on Tuesday, the decisions you make on Wednesday, if you decide to hit the snooze button, what you're doing is you're 10 minutes away from your goal now. You just went backwards. So whatever your goals are,
Let's go, baby.
whatever your destiny is, your decisions have to be in alignment with them. Now, if you want to be broke for the rest of your life, keep doing what you're doing. But if you want something different in life, you got to do something different.
You got to go all in. And mental toughness says, not only do I climb that doggone mountain.
What's up, guys? Let's go, baby. Let's get motivated for an hour.
I get a kick
Let's
out
get inspired.
I get a kick out of going up against the #1 team. I get a kick out of fatigue. I get a kick out of the grind. I get a kick out of it.
And the reason why some of you are not where you're supposed to be, you've given yourself an option. You've given yourself an out. You've given yourself an excuse. But you have what it takes to do it. And the problem with some of you in this room, you don't have no drive. You ain't got nothing pushing you. You have no reason. You better find one before you get out of here today.
You don't belong at the bottom, and it's time for you to get your butt from down there. It's time for you to stop being comfortable at the bottom. Get your butt up and get to where you're supposed to be. You are a royal priesthood. Get where you belong. Do what you're supposed to do. Live like you're supposed to live.
So many of us, listen to me for a second, guys. So many of us get trapped in the mentality that we're exactly where we're supposed to be at in life. We're exactly where I disagree 100%. I disagree 100% because here's why I disagree with that statement whenever someone says I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be in life. Because chances are they're saying that because they have given up on themselves. They become satisfied with their current lot in life. They become satisfied with mundane, with mediocre, not because they want to be there, but because the times they've tried to get out of where they're at, life has knocked them back down. But how many times have we heard it say, get knocked down 7 times, get up 8? You have to keep getting up. You cannot accept that when life knocks you down, that's it. Get knocked down 10 times, 20 times, 100 times, 1,000 fucking times. But you don't stop getting up. As long as you don't quit getting up, as long as you don't lay there face down in the dirt and say, I have nothing left to give, then you got some fight in you. You will accomplish more. You will keep grinding. You will push to that next level. I promise you, it's not, no one's saying it's going to be easy. Nobody is saying it's going to be easy. No one's saying that you're not going to have to put skin in the game. No one's saying it's not going to cost your family, that it's not going to cost your friends. There is a price to pay. Make no mistake about it. There is 100% a price to pay to get wherever you want to go in life. There's a price. There is a price tag on everything. So the only difference is the people who make the decision that the cost is worth it. So when you sit down with yourself at night and you say to yourself, okay, I want this dream. I have this dream. Too many of us don't associate the cost that comes with it. And then when that cost, that it's come times to pay up, most of us aren't willing to pay that price. They're not willing to pay the cost. And then instead of being honest with themselves and saying, listen, I tried for this dream. I'm just not willing to pay the price. They say, I failed because of X, Y, and Z. because so-and-so was better, because they were stronger, because they wanted it a little bit more than I did. When the bottom line is they could be exactly where that person is, but they did not have the willingness to pay the cost. You have to pay the cost. Time to pay the piper to get what you want out of life. It's time to make a decision. Are you going to continue living your life exactly where you're at, average, normal, or do you have a dream? Do you have a dream for something more for yourself? Do you have a dream for something more for your kids? See, here's the thing most people can't accept. The drive you're putting into yourself right now, what you're putting into yourself right now, you might not see the fruits of it. You might put 20, 30 years in grinding to create an empire that you won't actually see the benefits from, but your kids will, your grandkids will, your grandkids' kids will. And to me, that's more than value. You're leaving a legacy. You were meant for royalty. You were here. You were a miracle here on this earth. You were meant for more than mundane, for mediocre, for average. But too many people in today's day and age, they accept that and they are so unhappy with it, but they don't know how to get themselves out. Well, tune into this show because I promise you we're going to help you figure out a way.
Consistently and on time, they surpass people who talented and gifted.
Stop waiting for something to move you and move yourself. You're your biggest problem. Everything is external that moves you. Now I want you to start moving yourself internally. I want you to be able to push your buttons and not let anything else push your buttons. You gotta move you every single day. If you get to a point in your day and you down and out.
Exactly, Gina.
And you exhausted. You get to a point in your day and you're not feeling it, you can stop right there and change the mood. Nobody control your mood. You control your mood. You control your feelings.
I don't care how small it is.
Listen, let's talk about it. Look, we're going to keep talking about stuff that's important, guys. So many of us think that we allow the outside world to control our mood, to control our feelings, to control our emotions. What's the one thing we actually have control over this world, guys? We cannot control what something does to us. We cannot control sometimes what happens to us when people talk shit behind our back. We can't control how people think about us. What we can control is how we react to it. We can control our emotions. We can control our attitude. We can control our outlook. These are the things we have control over, but most of us, not all, but most of us give that control to others. The minute you give in to the desire to lash back out at someone that is attacking you, that says you can't do something, that says you can't accomplish something, that says you're not worthy, that says you have no value, you are giving them power over you. And I challenge you right now, stop giving your power away for free. Make it expensive. Make it fucking expensive for someone to even come close to touching the power that you have, the one thing you have control over, and that is your mind. So many of you are so much stronger than you give yourself credit for, but you give your mind away first. The first thing you give away is your mind control. You give that control to the people around you who want to see you fail. Make no mistake, they want to see you fail. They want to see you suffer. They want to see you struggle. They don't want to see you successful. So they're going to say things to make you believe you can't be successful, that you can't accomplish your dreams, that you can't accomplish your goals. And I'm telling you right now, fuck that. Stop giving control and power to those in your life who will not invest in your success. Stop giving control and power to people in your life who do not invest in your success. Most people think that the most successful people in this world are the smartest people, the strongest people, the people who had all the advantages. And I would tell you right now, I will take someone with work ethic, work drive, the willingness, the desire to succeed over someone who's been handed everything every single day of the week. And let me tell you why. The reason why I will take that person every single day of the week is because when the person who has been given everything and had it the easy route their entire lives, the first second they face turmoil, the first second they face a bump in the road, they will fall flat on their face and quit. They will quit. But you find me someone who grinded, who worked day in and day out, got up hours earlier than anybody else, went to bed later than anybody else, stayed, pushed, grinded, did the shit nobody else wanted to do. They will take that bump in the road as just a normal day. This is a normal day. Ain't nothing to see here. Let's keep on trucking. You have all the same abilities and talents as the person standing right next to you. Stop giving credit to them without giving credit to yourself. You deserve the same credit that they are taking day in and day out from you.
If the lion is the king of the jungle, how can he be the king of the jungle? If he's not the biggest, the elephant is probably one of the biggest. He can't be the fastest because that's a cheetah. He can't be the smartest. So he's not the biggest, the fastest, or the smartest. So how does the lion become the king of the jungle? His mentality. That's the only difference of a lion and an elephant. When a lion walks up and sees an elephant, he thinks lunch. An elephant thinks run. Because when a male lion walks up, he may be outnumbered by a pack of hyenas, but I'm king of my jungle because of my mentality. Everybody wants to be a beast. Everybody talks positive about themselves. Everybody talks like you a beast. You dress like you a beast. But then when it's time to do what beasts do, you back up. You have an excuse. What's gonna separate you is when it's beast time, when it's war time, you gotta get up and make it happen.
Why was Michael and Kobe who they were? Tom Brady, Dwayne Wade, Wayne Gretzky, Muhammad Ali, Floyd Mayweather, all these guys. Not because of their physical gifts. Yes, that had a lot to do with it. It's up in here. It's their mental toughness. Decide, commit, act, succeed, repeat.
Let's talk about that for a second. Let's talk about that for a second, guys. Has anybody ever watched Tom? Let's talk about Tom Brady for a second. Let's talk about the GOAT, one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. 7 Super Bowls, rings, I think, countless MVPs. Did anybody watch his draft video? You want to see, look, most people didn't. Most people think, oh, he was probably #1 draft pick. No, sir. No, sir. He was one of the last to be picked. He was awkward, couldn't run a 40 to save his life. Everything he did, there was nothing about him. Nothing. There was nothing about Tom Brady that said this guy is going to win 7 Super Bowls, MVPs, All-Stars. He was going to win Super Bowls with multiple. There is nothing about him that screams leader. Nothing. Nothing. Okay? Nothing about this man shocked people, but he had an arm. And he was a good guy. He was a good kid. He had a hell of an arm, and they gave him a shot. And let me tell you something. I'm telling you guys, this kid took this shot and turned himself into quite possibly definitely one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. He had when I say zero talent, I'm doing it on the comparison of an NFL scheme. Okay, he was he was a mess. Physically, with his shirt off, no muscle. I mean, this guy just looked like a normal Joe Blow that walked in on the street and somehow fell into the NFL combine. Everyone was laughing. Everyone's laughing. He turned what was possibly the worst combine highlight reel. They use it today to say, holy hell, what if we had skipped on this guy? What if we did not take this guy because we just believed what we see on the numbers, what the numbers say? Because on paper, he was awful. On paper, there was nothing there. But they talked to him. And when you talked to him, when he was in his interview with these coaches and they talked to him, every single one of them said in their back of their head, I want this kid. This kid is going to be something special. But, you know how the draft goes. You go where the money is. You go where what they think are guarantees are. The top 3 quarterbacks selected ahead of him never went past 1 year. 1 year. Okay. They were all burnouts, blowouts, didn't accomplish anything, nothing major, So what was it about him that he believed in himself? What made him different, that made him see something in himself that no one else can see? That's the mentality portion that we talk about all the time, guys. You have to have the mind. That's what he's talking about in his live, with the mindset of a lion, the mindset of the difference. He wasn't the biggest. He wasn't the strongest. He wasn't anything special, but when he stepped on that field, he said, I am the lion, you are the elephant. I want you guys, that's why I do these shows, guys. If there's one person even watching right now, I want you to have that mindset. No matter what task, and listen, this isn't just business. This is personal life, business life, everything, every relationship. I want you to have the mindset of a lion. You're in a bad situation right now. You're going through something tough right now. I don't want you to have the mindset of that elephant. I want you to have the mindset of the lion, that nothing will beat you. Nothing will beat you. Your mindset is attack. The elephant mindset is run. I want you to have that mindset that whatever situation, if you're in a DV situation right now, attack. If you're in a bad, toxic, surrounded by toxic people, attack. If your family's belittling you, attack. There is nothing in your life that can defeat you. You have to have that mindset. The sooner you start taking that mindset on, the sooner you're going to start seeing your life change. Okay, y'all know me. I can't stand the word beast mode, alpha, any of that shit, but I do believe in a different type of mindset. I want you all to come out and attack your life with the mindset of a lion, with the mindset of I am going to attack every aspect of my day. I can't stand when people say I have the Mondays, or I feel like it's definitely a Monday. Fuck that. I love Mondays. You know why I love Mondays? Because Mondays is day one. I don't care how bad the last 7 days were. Monday is day one. It's a fresh slate. It's a clean start. And I'm going to attack the next 7 days with the aggression of a lion the entire time. I want y'all to start developing that mindset. I want everyone seeing all 22 people. So it's going to take me a while to get used to seeing these low numbers. For y'all to have that same mindset, guys.
Going to right itself.
The numbers will go up. I want everyone in here right now. Y'all are on the beginning of this journey. See, this is like it was with TikTok when I first started. Watch what happens. Give us a couple weeks.
Stop thinking about it. Stop dreaming about it. Stop researching every aspect of it and debating the pros and cons of it. Start doing it. Take that first step and make it happen here and now.
It takes commitment. It takes discipline. These are all things that you need to have, because let me tell you this, when you do, magic is going to start to happen, baby. You'll start to move forward and achieve that thing. You'll start respecting yourself more. You'll start carrying yourself differently and think that you can take on the fucking world. But it all starts with honesty.
Oh yeah, Blue Queen, they will.
What you've been lying to yourself about, and do everything in your power to go out and change it. It ain't easy to do, but I promise you, it'll be worth it.
And I want you to say, the reason I'm not as amazing yet, because I hit the snooze button. That's why I'm not amazing right now. I'm not amazing because I couldn't get up early enough because I told myself I'm not an early person. I'm not amazing because I'm lazy. I'm not amazing because I would prefer to make excuses than make adjustments. That's why I'm not amazing. When you cut this off, I want you to go look yourself in the mirror and I want you to vow to be amazing. I want you to vow.
That's what we try to do, Becky. Trying to do something different on here. Trying to do something a little different.
I'm not just going to be fired up. I'm about to start applying.
Share it with your friends. Let them know.
People who do it, it's one simple word, application. They hear it, and they don't just hear it, they digest it. And when they digest it, boom, they do something with it.
Let me ask you something in the chat. How many of y'all, listen, and I want you to be honest with you. You don't have to say something. You don't have to answer in the chat. You don't have to say anything in the chat. But I want you to answer your question to yourself honestly. How many of you have wanted to do something, but you didn't do it or didn't attempt it because you just didn't think you had it in you? You're like, man, look at all these other people doing this. I really want to do this, but I just don't think I can. You realize, look, there are so many people in this world. There are so many people in this world that were destined for greatness. Right? When they were put on this earth, when they were born, the maker had a plan. But the great thing about that plan is choice. You have to say to yourself, I am choosing to not fail. I am going to allow myself to stumble. I'm going to allow myself to fall. What's going on? Why is everybody raising their hand? Oh, okay, never mind. I am going to allow myself to stumble. I'm going to allow myself to fall. And I'm also going to understand that this new thing I'm trying to accomplish is a learning curve. There is a learning curve to it. And that because of that, I'm going to allow myself to have grace. I'm going to say, you know what? I'm stumbling, but that's all right. I'm learning. I've fallen a few times, but that's all right. I like scuffed up knees. I like elbows. I like my hands rough. I like putting skin in the game. Because every time I stumble, I'm learning something. I'm discovering something about myself. I'm learning more of myself. I want you to stop making excuses and start coming up with experiences. I want you to stop finding a reason to quit and find that reason to keep going on, because it really is just a mindset. I know people hear it all the time. I know you hear it all the time, and you say, yeah, it's easy for you to say because of X, Y, and Z. No, it's not. It's not. You think it's easy for me to sit in a YouTube right now with 13 people watching when I'm used to hundreds? No. It's a gamble. It's a dare. But I believe I'm betting on myself. I believe in my message. I believe people will want to hear when they find out I'm here what we have to say over here, guys. It's a gamble. But nothing great, no one has accomplished anything great without betting on themselves first. So I want you to start betting on yourself. Bet on yourself. Allow yourself the grace to fall and understand that you're going to continue to fall as you learn. But that's okay, because you were destined for greatness. Every one of you is destined for greatness, but you have to believe it. You have to wake up in the morning and say, I am destined for greatness. Because until you do that, until you believe you are truly destined for greatness, you're going to be stuck right where you're at. And that is the saddest part of life that I can imagine, is that you were destined for all these great things, but because no one else, you held yourself back, you are stuck right where you're at.
I'm working.
There's a motherfucker out there who wants what you have, who wants the position you are, who wants the job you have, who wants the wife that you have, or the husband. There's someone out there hungry and wants everything you can have. So make that a motivation for you.
This world ain't gonna give you what you deserve. This world will give you what you work for. I put that work in every single day. And when you wake up every single day and you put that work in, and yes, for some of us, it might be harder than others. Man, whatever, we do what it is we gotta do. Especially when we're desperate.
Winning's not loyal to you. It doesn't care about you. Winning doesn't care how sore you are. Winning doesn't care how much sleep you get. And then more, and it promises you nothing. It's a mastermind of creating fear and doubt in your mind. It causes setback after setback. So the question is about winning. Are you willing to sprint when the distance is unknown? And why chase this thing called winning? Because the only thing that's guaranteed in life, if you don't chase it, is losing.
Now is the time to grind. Now is the time to show the world that I was placed here for a purpose.
There's a kind of instinct that you need to be on the lookout for, and this
Absolutely.
liar. This one is a saboteur. This one is a backbiter. This is the instinct that says, you've had enough. You've given it your best shot. You can stand down. You can back off. This is the instinct that says, it's okay to stop. It's okay to settle. It's okay to give up. You can rest now. That's the instinct that's a defense mechanism. It wants to give you an out. And that is the instinct you need to fight. You need to push back, to smash into the ground.
Don't negotiate with weakness. You're in charge.
Get up. Go to class. Get up. Do your homework.
You wake up earlier than people. You stay later than people. You stay humble. You work harder than anyone when no one's there. I guarantee someone that feels bad about themselves soon will label you as he's built different. He's built different should be your label because people feel bad about themselves.
Your life is exactly what you wanted. Because every day, you've had choices to make. You're responsible and credible.
You're good, Becky. No worries, sweetie.
And what I need you to do for me is, why are you here? And then take ownership of why you're here. So you control you. We don't have forever. Let's not act like it. We're all going to die. And so I don't act like I'm gonna live forever. So every opportunity I get, I murder it. Process driven. I love it. I'm about that life. I get up every morning at 3 o'clock. When I want to get up, when I don't. When I feel like it and I don't feel like. Why? Because I'm process driven. I'm not feelings driven. Champions are not feeling driven. Champions don't get up when they want to. And if we're gonna be champions, process driven.
Don't stop when you're tired. Stop when you're done.
Let me say that to you one more time, just in case anybody didn't hear that. Do not stop when you are tired. You will stop when you're done. There is a finish line on everything you try to accomplish in life, guys. There is a finish line in every goal you set for yourself. There is a finish line. Tired is the process. Pain is the process of getting what you want. Look, anybody that tells you if it's hard, it's not worth it is an absolute liar. I believe in the complete opposite. If it is easy, it is not worth it. You do not quit when you are tired. You do not quit when you are exhausted. You do not quit when you fall down. You quit when you are done, when you have taken your last breath. There's only 2 guarantees in this world. 1, you were born. 2, you will die. Everything you do in between is on you and only you. Only you. Other people will come in your life that affect the direction, but you control your life. Between the day you were born to the day you pass away, everything in between is on you. It is on your shoulders. How much pain, how much are you willing to put up with to get where you want to go? That's the only question. How much are you willing to sacrifice to get where you want to go? Because at the end of the day, if you're not going to sacrifice as much as the person standing next to you, they will win every single time, and they deserve to. Go out. You want it? Go out there and take it. It's yours for the taking. It is yours for the taking. Stop waiting for it to land in your lap, because I'm going to tell you right now, if you're waiting for it to land in your lap, you're going to be waiting a long fucking time. And at the end of the day, you're going to be very disappointed. You are destined for greatness. Go out there and take it.
Right where you know that you belong.
If you grind on Monday, and you grind on Tuesday, and you grind on Wednesday, but you chill on Thursday, and you chill on Friday, and they grind on Thursday, and they grind on Friday, sooner or later they're gonna catch you. I told every kid in America that tell me they're coming for me, you're gonna work hard for it. Because I'm gonna find out what the benchmarks are, I'm gonna reach the benchmarks, and I'm gonna excel that thing. You will not outwork me. I'm going to grind. I'm going to fight. I'm going to work. I'm going to press toward. I'm going to do everything in my power every single day to become a victor and not a victim.
This is the part where life demands that you make a vow, come hell or high water, that you're willing to pay the price, where you earn your spot with effort, with sweat, with blood, with tears. It's time to test your will, your endurance, your heart, to test your limits.
The stimulus checks were helpful, but now there's something better. The state is giving $4,800 monthly health spending.
One day I made a decision that enough is enough. I'm tired of being average. I'm tired. I'm tired of being good. I'm tired. I want to go to the dealership and buy the best car. I want to move to the nicest neighborhood. I want to fly first class. I want to go to Hawaii. I want to go to Australia. I made a decision. Enough is enough. It's showtime. Will the real Eric Thomas please stand up? Some of you in the room right now, you are where you are. You're giving 60% when you have 120 in you. Why? Because you never made a decision. Shh. Those of you in this room, you already there. Your problem is there's some stuff you don't want to give up to go on. You're talented. You just don't want to give up sleep.
Listen to me, pound for pound, any agent in the room, pound for pound, motivational speaker, pound for pound, entrepreneur, pound for pound, athlete, pound for pound, weightlifter, pound for pound, whatever you do, I guarantee you when you do it, nobody can do it like you do it. The problem is you don't hardly do it. You love sleep too much. You love that alcohol too much. You love that substance too much. You love that vice too much. There's something that you love more than yourself, than your dreams, than your goals. Watch what happens when you have a goal that only has 2 reasons. See how long that lasts. Watch a goal that has 50 reasons and see how. There's somebody called me the other day on an interview, stupid question. E.T., what do you feel like on the days that you don't feel like? I said, ask the question again, please. Well, what do you do on the days that you don't feel like? So I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm way past that. Every day I feel like. Every day I feel like eating. Every day I feel like giving my wife the best life. Every day I feel like driving in a nice car. Every day I feel like flying first class. Every single day of my life, I feel like giving 100%. Every single day. Somebody said yesterday, E.T., you gave 120. What you gonna do tomorrow?
Let's get rid of HM.
40. I don't know, but I don't have days where I don't feel like it. Why? Because I'm counting on me. My wife's counting on me. I don't have days to waste. No more 50%, no more. No more 70%, no more. I want us at 85 and climb.
Yeah, it wasn't even that original, dude. That's why we're blocking you. Wasn't even original.
I want you at 85 and climbing. If you're at 80, I want you at 90, and I mean moving rapidly. It's not rocket science. And the universe is not responding to you correctly because your body language sucks. Your spirit sucks. It's defeated. I need you to give me that 120. I need you to give me that everything you do. I need you to start giving me that 120 and everything you do. Bring it all together. Bring all the energy, all the passion, bring it all together and dominate.
This is E.T. One of my.
I got an opportunity.
Eric is probably one of the most, in my opinion, one of the most prolific motivational speakers like in the world. He is just Eric Thomas, man. Just look him up. I mean, the guy is a genius, an absolute genius. And what I love is like our paths are very similar. You know, he grew up on the streets, so did I. He's death with death of his family, so have I. He came up, nothing was handed to him. And now he's one of the most successful motivational speakers on this planet. He's number one, actually. He's the number one most sought after motivational speaker. This is him. Matter of fact, this is him right here.
I gotta commit my very being to this thing. I gotta breathe it, I gotta eat it, I gotta sleep it. And until you get there, you'll never be successful in life.
Let me ask you something. That makes you good. But let me ask you something right now. Whenever you've tried to accomplish something and you haven't gotten it, did you actually, whenever you set out to accomplish whatever it is that you wanted to accomplish in life, did you eat it, sleep it, live it? Was it your existence? I'm willing to bet, because most people, and it's understandable, will say, no, I have this going on. I have family. I have kids. There's no way I can do that. Okay, well, then you need to understand. You need to understand that when the people that are passing you accomplishing the things that you want to accomplish, it's because with everything, and this is the most important thing I can explain to people, with every single thing, there's a cost. There is a cost. You have to discern what you're willing to pay to play. And it's okay. Listen, it's okay if you're not willing to pay what it costs to get to where you're wanting to go. That means you need to adjust your goals. Because if you're saying to yourself, okay, I want to be the best at this right here, this right here, I am going to be the best at it. I am going to be 100% the best at it. Then you 100% have to be willing to pay that cost. You know, I know I talked about them before, but I love talking about streamers because it's what I do. I'm a full-time streamer. Jinxie is a perfect example of this, man. This kid is probably one of, the most, if not the most prolific gamer right now out there. Okay. He was just nominated again. He just won Streamer of the Year. Okay. From Twitch. Listen to me. When he was sat in front of this screen here for a 12 months straight, 12 months straight, he had one viewer in his chat. One. And he would stream 12, 14, 16 hours a day. 12 months straight. They looked up his history. In 365 days, he missed 3 streams. Let me say that to you again. In 365 days, he missed 3 shows. He said to himself, I'm either going to make it or I'm going to not make it. But it's not going to be because I am not going to put in the work and make sacrifice time going out with my friends. I mean, he was a young kid. He was in his 20s. Okay? He should have been out, partying, hanging out, doing all spring break. Nope. He was sitting in front of his computer streaming day in and day out. And now look at him. 3 years later, almost 4, he's one of the most popular streamers in the world. 5 million followers on 4 million followers on YouTube plus, 5 million on Twitch, has his own podcast, clothing line that makes him 6 figures a year alone. What if he had said during that 1 year where he only had one person in his chat, it's just not worth it. I'm not growing, nothing's happening. I'm not making any money. I need to go get a 9-to-5 just like everybody else. Well, he wouldn't be making 6-7 figures a month. You have to decide what the cost is you're willing to pay. You have to decide how far you're going to go. You have to decide when nothing's moving in your direction. It doesn't seem like anything's going right, that the goal isn't budging, that you're not getting any closer. How long are you going to put up with it? Because I'll tell you this, most people quit right at the summit. They've gone through all this pain. They've gone through all this turmoil. They've gone through all this struggle. They've gone through all this fight. And then right as they're about to finally start seeing the fruits of their labor, they stop. They quit. They give up on themselves because it got too hard. I say to you, keep pushing, keep fighting, keep grinding, because I'm telling you right now, you're at the summit. You just need that little extra. The universe is just wanting to see if you're going to give it that little bit of extra to go over to the summit to start getting the fruits of your labor, or are you going to quit like 90% of people do? That's what you have to decide, guys.
I guarantee you, the world is yours. So work hard, and you can have whatever it is you want. And when I went to college, guys were way smarter than me. 4.0s, 3.0, they went to the Ivy League high school.
Yeah, YouTube's a little different. It's going to take a little while for me to get used to it too. But we'll get there. We'll get there.
It's about hearts. You come to a place where, being smart ain't enough. You got to have hearts. Don't go to sleep until you succeed.
There are a lot of people that are sitting around waiting for something to happen. Now, what you going to do?
You can tap the screen. If you look to the right of your screen, you'll see a heart. Tap that, and you can send hearts, the hundreds. You can tap it just like anything else. It's just not on the screen. It's to the right of the screen.
How would you really enjoy spending your life? Well, it's so amazing. As a result of our kind of educational system, crowds of students say, well, we'd like to be painters, we'd like to be poets, we'd like to be writers, but as everybody knows, you can't earn any money that way. Or another person says, well, I'd like to live an out-of-doors life and ride horses. I said, do you want to teach in a riding school? Let's go through with it. What do you?
So the best side hustle.
So at the end of the day, guys, you're the one that's gonna have to make the decision. Nobody can make it for you. Your husband, your wife, your husband can't make it for you. Your wife can't make it for you. You have to be, you have to be the one to make that decision. You have to do it. No one can do it for you. And there's nothing wrong with that.
When we finally got down to something which the individual says he really wants to do, I will say to him, you do that. And forget the money. Because if you say that getting the money is the most important thing, you will spend your life completely wasting your time. You'll be doing things you don't like doing in order to go on living, that is, to go on doing things you don't like doing, which is stupid. Better to have a short life that is full of what you like doing than a long life spent in a miserable way.
I mean, it's true.
And after all, if you do really like what you're doing, it doesn't matter what it is. you can eventually turn it, you could eventually become a master of it. It's the only way to become a master of something, to be really with it. And then you'll be able to get a good fee for whatever it is. So don't worry too much. Somebody's interested in everything. And anything you can be interested in, you'll find others who are. But it's absolutely stupid to spend your time doing things you don't like in order to go on spending things you don't like, doing things you don't like.
You know, I want to say this real quick, guys. I want you to be, I challenge every single one in this chat right now to be the best at anything they're doing right now. If you're a fry cook, be the best fucking fry cook you can be. If you're a greeter at Walmart, be the best Walmart greeter you can be. Whatever you are, whatever you do in life, be the best at it, because people will notice that. See, there's so many people out there that have been successful, because they strived to be the best at that job. There's actually a story out there. I actually looked it up. It's about a fry cook, actually. There was this kid who came into a McDonald's, and he was working there. Okay, supposed to be a high school job, got a couple promotions. And he decided, you know what? I think I can make a career out of this. So he decided, I'm going to be the best I can be. I am going to make this store #1 in my region. I am going to make this the best McDonald's it can be. 10 years later, 10 years later, he now owns, I think, 30 of his own McDonald's. He went from being a fry cook and saying, I'm going to be the best fucking fry cook that I can be, to owning 30 of his own McDonald's. No college education, no handouts. He literally, when they say started from the bottom now here, like my boy Drake says, he literally started from the bottom. But because he had a determination and a drive to say, if this is what I'm going to do, I'm going to be the absolute best at it. I believe in my heart of hearts, if everyone took that mentality, if everyone said, I am going, no matter what I'm doing, I am going to be the absolute best at it, and then worked to be the best at it, so many doors would open up that you didn't think would open up. So many doors would open up that you didn't think would open up, simply because you had a different type of work ethic than anybody else around you, because you wanted it more, because you said, no matter what I do, I am going to be the best at it. So whatever you're doing right now in your life, whatever it is, be the fucking best at it. If you want to be a streamer, be the best. If you want to be a freaking greeter at Walmart, a fry cook, a car salesman, working in managing an office, a secretary, whatever, be the best. Why be mediocre? Just because you might think the job is mediocre does not mean you have to be. You can take something that appears to be mediocre and turn it into life-changing simply by your determination to succeed, by your determination to be the best at it, and not allowing anyone around you to sway you on that opinion. Be the best.
This is the good thing about being aggressive. Sure, there's certain parts of your nature that are aggressive, but it can also be trained. You can start to think with an aggressive mindset, which is, I am going to take action. I'm going to overcome obstacles. I'm going to push through roadblocks. I'm not going to take no for an answer. And those are things that you can train. There's so often times where people, they get told no, or they hit an obstacle and it's game over for them. They're just done. They're done training. They're over it. And your attitude, you have to go, okay. Little roadblock, cool. How am I going to get through it? How am I going to get around it?
Oh, sorry you feel that way, Hulk. Best of luck to you, man.
Evaluate yourself to see where you are in this race of life. Many of you don't even realize that you've been racing to the finish line. This life is a race. Some of you need to be pushed.
Amen, Becky.
To start running because you've been walking, or you haven't been moving for so long. And you don't even know that you're in a race that all of us are competing to win. But it doesn't matter where you finish. It matters that you run after your goals and your dreams.
Trolls are everywhere, guys. But I don't really look at him as troll. He's given up on himself. Hulk has given up on himself. He lives a mundane, pitiful life, and he's the type of person that will want to blame his shitty life on everything else around him except of accepting responsibility for where he's at. Because it's easier, right, to say, no, it's not. That's not possible, whatever. Like the exact comments he made in the chat as to say, you know what? I need to reevaluate. I need to reevaluate what I'm doing that's caused me to be where I'm at right now in life. It's so much easier to blame someone else, to blame life, to blame the people around you, to say the person that got promoted over you got it because, you know, they knew the boss's friends or whatever the mindset of I don't have a mindset of Hulk. I can't get into that mindset where it's just a quitter mentality. It is a quitter mentality they have that is unique to quitters. So my question is, are you going to be like Hulk, or are you going to stand up and say, you know, there is a chance and I want it. I want the shot to be great. I want the shot to accomplish something great.
Bluetooth connected.
Get to it. You got to understand that there are going to be many circumstances that will require your full, undivided attention. You got to go through it.
Amen, Caitlin. So much easier to be negative.
You have to understand it has to be a unique mindset.
Hell yeah, Caitlin.
Setting a goal and then going beyond it. Realizing that there's work to be done.
Amen, Gina.
Sure that all of the strings are attached. And make no mistake along the way. Now, it's true that we all make mistakes, and we will have many setbacks, but there's always room for a comeback. To understand this, you must realize that you must humble yourself, but yet be hungry enough to go after it with everything inside of you. Everything that is required depends on you. Having the mindset that regardless of anything that is around you, that is surrounding you, that is trying to drag you down, you must have the mindset. You must be strong. You must be resilient. You must be driven. And you must be able to take whatever's coming at you. If you stumble, if you fall, have the ability to get up. But you can't depend on just your body to do the work. You must understand that it's a mental fortitude that will get you through it all. So many people don't have this fortitude. They don't have this attitude. They have no faith in themselves. If you as the individual, can take the first step,
yeah, Michael,
then perhaps many more will follow.
There's always going to be ups and downs in life, man. There's always going to be bumps in the road. Things that ain't going to go as planned. Unexpected stuff's going to happen. You're going to face some pain. You're going to face some tough times. And if you ain't trained your mind to be prepared for it and how to handle it, it's going to break you. The secret is to work on your mindset daily. Work on the way that you see the world. Otherwise, you'll live your whole life seeing the world through someone else's eyes. You'll be a creature of circumstance. You'll be a victim of your life and not the master of it. Read books. Listen to audios like this one. Start learning about why you do the things that you shouldn't do and why you don't do the things that you should. It's all because of the way that thing between your ears is wired. But know this, you're in control of rewiring it whenever you make the decision to do so. At any moment, you can take control back of your life and start creating the life that you deserve, not a life that someone else has paved out for you. And when all of the struggle comes, all of the bad times, all of the dark times come around, which they inevitably will, you'll be strong enough to take it head on, and it'll make you rather than break you. You have greatness inside you, let me tell you. Unlimited potential. But you have to train your mind. Every single day, things are going to happen outside of your control. The weather, terrorism, coronavirus. But you can't control any of that shit. All you can control is how you choose to look at situations. You can control the information that you're letting in here. Never forget that you can have anything in this life that you want if you're willing to go and get it. You've got to have belief. You've got to have belief, and that belief comes from working on your mindset every single day. Remember this. You can be a victim of your life or the master of it.
We had to experience great losses in 2019. We had to witness great victories in 2019. This is the beauty of living. This is the beauty of understanding. This is the beauty of knowing that you matter, and the reason that you matter is because you are still here among the living. Now you have to set the new stage. Now you have to set the new mark. And be greater than you was yesterday. Realize that you are walking above ground for a reason. 2019 may have had its ups and downs, but you did not stay down. You knew what you had to do to get up, so you got up.
How many of you started 2024 with the exact same mentality you had 2023? Be honest. Everyone says, okay, I can't wait for the new year. I can't wait for the new year. I can't wait for the new year because this year is going to be different. But our attitude doesn't change. What we do remains the same. It stays the same. We don't change how we act or how we walk into the new year. We have the same mentality, the defeatist mentality. We allow the same traumas, the same negativity that happened to us in 2023 bleed into 2024, and then we expect different results. You cannot expect anything different to happen this year if you're still looking backwards at the last year, if you're still allowing the things that happened to you last year affect you right now. You have to move forward. You're capable of doing some amazing things, but you will not accomplish those things. You will not accomplish those things if you're still remaining backwards, if you're still sitting backwards, if you're still living in the past. You will not accomplish what you are destined to accomplish. You just won't. You just won't. You have to let what happened in your past go. You have to let it go. You have to move on from it. You have to let it go. Yeah, but it was too traumatic. It's a part of me now. It is a part of you now because you have allowed it to become a part of you. You are the same desire you had to let it become a part of you. You have to match that energy to kick it. And you can do it. If you, I challenge you right now, this year is still not that far in. Let go of the shit that has happened in your life in your past. Let go of the things that have traumatized you. Let go of the pain you have gone through and start growing. Start growing from it. You can accomplish so much more than you are right now, but because you keep saying to yourself, yeah, but this happened to me, and so it's okay, then you're stuck. As long as you're in that mentality, you're stuck, and you can't expect to get anywhere in life as long as you remain in that mindset and stuck. And to think otherwise is ridiculous. To think that you're going to be able to move forward and accomplish great things, meanwhile continuing to say, yeah, but this happened to me, then that's madness. That's madness. And I want so much more for you, but I can want it all day long. I can want it for you all day long. You have to want it. You have to have the desire to want it. Rewrite history. Exactly, Michael. Rewrite history. Change the things that have happened to you. Use those things to drive you forward.
Maybe that job didn't come through for you in 2019, but 2020 is waiting for you. And if you're able to live, if you're able to push, if you're able to grow, you're gonna grow into a better you. Let this be the opportunity of a lifetime. Don't forget, easy was not intended for you or I. For without struggle, how can you build true?
Exactly, Tarsha.
So maybe you were in a position that you felt like you were broken. But being broken doesn't mean that you can't put it all together again. You must be the architect of your life. Create your own blueprint.
Absolutely, Debbie.
Set yourself up, and regardless if you fail or if you succeed, but don't give up. Because if you made it this far, you can definitely go a little bit further.
I tell people all the time, why are people so afraid to fail? This will be the last thing I say, guys, and then the show will be over for right now. Why are people so afraid to fail? If you're gonna fail, fail hard. Don't fail because you didn't go all in. Don't fail because you tiptoed into it. Don't fail because you had an escape plan behind you. Burn the fucking boats, burn the bridges, eyes forward, and get to work. If you fail, fail huge. If you fail, fail big, fail huge. Don't fail because you left gas in the tank. Don't fail because you left yourself a way out. Don't fail because you weren't 100% committed to whatever it is you're trying to go after. If you're going to fail, fail because someone just simply beat you. Somebody simply beat you. Do not fail because you left out, because you didn't go, left some gas in the tank. Fail because you simply were outworked. And then when you go for it again, make sure you're never outworked again. That's just as simple and as clean as we can make it, guys. Simple and as clean as we can make it. All right, guys. We had another good show. It's our first time on YouTube doing this. Not bad, not bad. It's definitely a good starting point. Roughly about 80 to 90 people watching. So not a bad start. Make sure you share the YouTube to your friends, guys. We do the Empower Hour 7 days a week. We also do 2 fitness lives a day, one at 11:30 a.m. Central and 9:30 p.m. Central time here. So make sure you check us out, guys. All right. Hey, to my Southside Andrew Crew family from TikTok, I appreciate you guys all being over here. I appreciate all the love and support. The fact that y'all, are over here means the absolute world to me. Thank y'all so much. We have a huge following over there. We're trying to do it over here. So thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. I hope every single one of you got something out of it. If you missed some of this show, guys, I cut a bunch of 5-minute clips and posted the videos of the show. Go check them out. But other than that, guys, I hope you all have a great day. Southside Angels will be back on TikTok, 7 p.m. Central Time, doing our normal thing. Let's crush it tonight. Our morning crew showed the fuck up. Let's see if our nighttime crew's got that same energy. And let's have some fun tonight, guys. All right. I appreciate every single one of you, and y'all are all truly amazing. And remember, guys, be the fucking line. Okay? Be the fucking line. Whatever you do in your life, go in with the mentality of you're going to win, that they're going to have to kill you to beat you. That's the mentality you got to have, guys. This isn't about lifting weights. This isn't about fucking, any of that type of shit. This is about attacking your life. Live your life like that, guys, and watch what starts to happen. Even if you fail, I guarantee you'll be further ahead than the person who doesn't attack life like that. All right? All right, guys. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you in a few hours. I'm going to go eat some lunch. I love each and every one of you, and I hope to see you guys back here tomorrow. All right? Love you, fam. Bye, guys.